Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for a quick one. I'm going to talk about Duelist Nexus and what you need to know if you are kind of a rogue player. Obviously, if you are playing a deck that gets supported by the stuff in Duelist Nexus, then you probably already know what those cards do. But for those that are not playing those specific strategies, which is most of us, DUNE is it's a set that supports very specific archetypes, and if you're not playing that, then you don't really care about this set whatsoever. So I'm going to quickly go through what archetypes are affected, so if you are playing those decks, you know to keep an eye out for these cards. And if you are just not really playing any of these strategies that are supported, which cards you kind of should read to be aware what they do and not get caught off guard when you're playing at a tournament. And then also I'm going to follow up with what I am playing out of Duelist Nexus, which is a kind of a small set of cards, but I'll tell you shortly. So jumping on in, we have in order of best selling on TCG Player, we'll start off with Revolution Synchron, which is kind of like the new latest and greatest combo piece for the combo decks. So it kind of just facilitates a lot of new combos, and kind of just be aware what it does. It's just a piece in the middle of building a larger board, but you're going to see it in a lot of different combo strategies like Tournament, like Synchron. Adventure Synchron is going to be kind of a new combo strategy popping up. So yeah, make sure you know what Revolution Synchron does and don't be caught off guard. But beyond Revolution Synchron, there are no other money cards in the set. Of course, beyond the quarter century secret rares, we have, for the baseline prices, nothing else besides Revolution Synchron. We have that at $60, and the next highest card is Crimson Dragon at $14 to $15, and that is just a way for Manadium to cheat out the big bad level 12 synchro that makes you skip your turn, which is a pain in the ass. But yeah, besides that, nobody's really caring about Crimson Dragon. Besides, the artwork looks fantastic. Dark Corridor, if you're playing Dark World, you already know about this card. It's a new searcher for Dark World. You gotta play it. We have Chimera, King of Phantom Beasts. So this is what I'm picking up out of Duelist Nexus. I'm picking up the Illusion Fusion cards, the Chimera Fusion cards. They're all super rares except for this one, which is an Ultra. I picked up the entire core for $20, and I don't think I'm going to be the only one. So I think of all things in Duelist Nexus, you should know what these Illusion type cards are. If you don't know, there's a new type in Yu-Gi-Oh, which is Illusions. All have the ability that they cannot be destroyed or destroy anything by battle, which is kind of interesting. But anyways, know what these do, because I think a lot of people are going to pick it up. It's very cheap to play, and it's a fun fusion strategy for budget players. So if you're playing locals a lot, you might want to know what these cards do so you don't get caught off guard and have to read them on the fly, and hopefully you don't lose because of that. And then into some of the other pieces for existing strategies, we have Visas Amritara, which is for basically Manadium, maybe Tier Limit as well. Kind of just searches you something that says Visas in the name. Noble Arms, for Noble Knight got a lot of support. So we have Noble Arms Museum, we have the new Link monster for Noble Knight, we have a couple new equip cards for Noble Knight, and maybe a monster. I don't know all of them, but yeah, Noble is going to be popping back up on the local scene, especially. It's just a combo deck. But, you know, there's a lot of combo decks out there, so I don't know if Noble Knight is going to be the best one or not. But we're going to see a lot more combo, and what that means is a lot more hand traps are going to be required. So, as for a different video, Noble Knight is going to be getting a lot here. And then we have Unchained. So, Unchained has a new Link monster and two new main deck monsters that are level 6, which is a really cool strategy, also for budget players. So, if you don't know what the Unchained cards do, definitely go back and read the original Unchained cards, especially Unchained Soul of Rage, the Link 2, and just don't be caught off guard, and know how to play around that kind of stuff. But Unchained definitely has some really nice pieces in Duelist Nexus. Okay, Tokusano Shinkyojin. So this is the trade-in for level 10s. So before we had trade-ins for level 6, 7, 8, and 9, and now we have a level 10 trade-in right here. So right now doesn't really do anything. Maybe like Earth Machine players are excited, but besides that, just keep an eye on this, and if there's some new level 10 strategy coming out, definitely have your copies of these ready to go. These are Noble cards. Okay, so this Snake Eye card. So right now this is just a generic removal piece. Target one face-up monster on the field, place it in the spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. So yeah, it's just a unique way to remove a monster. But right now it's not very good, but know that this whole Snake Eye thing is a new archetype that is getting supported in the next set. So I don't know how good it will be. I do know this card will be searchable in the next set, but we don't know how relevant this particular card is going to be to that whole strategy. So consider picking them up and just be prepared for the next TCG set whenever it is, probably September or October timeframe. Runic has a new card, really only relevant for Runic Stun, not really for Sprite Runic. Pearly has a new card, extremely good. So Pearly is going to be, if you're a competitive player, you need to know what these Pearly cards do because they are going to be in probably tier 1. Fusion Armament doesn't really do anything right now. Nightmare Magician is a new illusion monster, kind of generic. Evilzar Lars is a new Dino XYZ, but for level 6s, so probably not going to see any play. Tistina is the new TCG exclusive archetype, but it's total trash. I already talked about that in a different video on the channel, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out after this one. And then, yeah, we're getting to the end of the kind of relevant cards. We have a new Red Eyes card. I don't think it does anything. We have new Altergeist card. So Altergeist is it's an old strategy, but they got a lot of new stuff that helped them be more of a combo strategy rather than the trap strategy they were built to be. So I don't know how good this is going to be or if it's going to see any play even at a local level, but I think I will decide to pick up the Altergeist cards through trades eventually. They're all under $1, and yeah, I have the original Altergeist core, so I might as well just complete the new core as well. So if I want to trade it away, someone is getting everything. Chimera Fusion is the new fusion card for the illusion, like mythical beast stuff. So I did pick up my copies of Chimera Fusion alongside Chimera the Illusion Beast, Big Wing Baphomet, Gazelle King of Mythical Claws. All of these are the ones that you need to know about, and be prepared for at locals. Hida the Fire Channeler, it's the new searcher for fire monsters. Kind of neat. I don't really think it's going to be used right now, but whatever. Mikanko has a new card. Mirror Sword Knight is part of the illusion stuff. And then everything else is kind of just filler. Nothing really good. Manadium Torrent. We already talked about Manadium getting new support, so yeah, that falls in that category. Unchained we already talked about. Magnum the Reliever. So this is kind of a cool generic fusion monster that is seeing play in the Chimera fusion strategy, and you might see it in like branded or Tearlament. Stuck in the extra deck as well, but it's just a generic fusion monster using one special summon monster from the extra deck and one monster in the hand. So and then it lets you recycle polymerization, draw cards. It's kind of neat. And you should probably know what it does. Rescue Ace has some new stuff. But besides that, yeah, we're pretty much through anything relevant. Yeah, let me know what you guys are looking for out of Dune. Like I said, I picked up all of the Chimera Fusion stuff, and I'm going to very slowly, but in no particular rush, pick up all the Altergeist stuff. So what are you looking for? What are you picking up? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you guys in the next one.